What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I woke up this morning with 12.5. I feel like I can't keep up anymore. I feel like I wake up every single day and have a new version of FSD. I don't even have enough time to make multiple videos on one version. I just recently did a drive, pretty lengthy drive, on 12.4.3, and not even a week and a half later, I have 12.5, and we're gonna take it for a spin. Now, everything I've read and seen, people are raving over this version 12.5. So I'm super excited to see how much better it actually is than 12.4.3, which was already really, really good. I'll see if I notice anything on this specific drive, but a couple things I mentioned in the previous video that we were supposed to be getting: FSD on the Cybertruck, hands-free with sunglasses on, merging the highway and city stack, like Banish and actually Smart Summon, things like that. We don't have those yet, but supposedly they are coming in a 12.5.x update. So sometime down the line on this specific version of FSD, we should be getting all of those things, and I'm super stoked to check those out as well. The two things I did get on 24.20.10 are FSD 12.5, like I've said, and then also I got the adaptive headlights finally. So they'll, curve as I turn the wheel. So I'm super stoked to see how that works tonight when I can actually see that. Oh, and the other thing they said they were going to add in 12.5 was that FSD could go in reverse. We do not have that yet. But I went ahead and put in a destination here. We'll go ahead and we'll put in reverse here, get us situated, and we'll go. Oof. Just right off the bat, taking right over. Love that. This is a real dicey left here, just right off the bat. There's a little hill, so you can't really see cars coming over that hill super well. But we should be good to go after this guy. Yep, and it went right away. Love that. So most of the issues I had with previous versions of FSD were fixed with 12.4.3. That was kind of not fully merging into the lane quickly, a little bit of drifting when it was switching into a turning lane, creeping to a stop sign, things like that. Apparently all of that has been fixed. Most of it was fixed in 12.4.3 from 12.3.6. Man, it's a real mental exercise to keep up with all these numbers, but 12.5 apparently is the smoothest of any version ever. So I'm definitely interested to see if that's my experience. So it picked the turning lane and went as soon as it was past the yellow lines, which is fine. You can go over the yellow lines. They don't get too mad about that, but that's technically the right way to do it. Just wait for those to clear. Left turn here, no arrow on this one, so it's creeping up a little bit. It has room after this truck. I wonder if it'll go. Wow. Whoa. That's awesome. So we had that semi-truck oncoming, but we had enough space where I 100% would have gone there if I was driving myself. And FSD saw that little gap and just sent it, which is awesome. That is perfect. So we got a stop sign here so we can see a little stop and go action. Again, it's not stopping and starting and stopping and starting. Like, it's just continuing to move forward. And the second that car finished turning, it went. Oh, it's awesome. That's just perfect behavior. No hesitation, no stuttering. Just came up to the stop sign, stopped as soon as that car turned, gone. Instantaneous. Perfect. These cars are kind of dueling it out for a lane here. Kind of awkward. But FSD just kind of hung back, waited for them to figure it out amongst themselves. There's a Corvette sticker on the back of that Silverado. I love that we're just picking lanes and staying in them. I can't overstate how significant of a change that is and how much more natural it feels. Got a green arrow, we went. Love it. Ooh, we're gonna race this Beamer. I am on assertive, and I don't have minimal lane changes turned on. I'm going to turn that on. And again, I'm sure you guys have noticed this, but I am not touching the wheel at all. And it is glorious. You know it's good and natural when you just sit back and just let it drive and you don't like think about anything that it's doing. That's the biggest testament to how good FSD has gotten. I haven't thought like, ooh, that's a little close, or, you know, you're not holding your breath when it's taking turns because you think it's going to hit a curb or something. You just sit back and let it do its thing. And you don't think about it, and it's amazing. And it's just driving so similar to how I drive, and that's been a complaint that I've had in the past, is it's too stuttery, too slow on the turns and things like that. It is just gliding through everything. It's like it's not a student driver anymore. Like it doesn't have to think about what it's doing. It's just driving like it's been doing it for 10 years. Here's another stop sign situation. Come to a stop and go. That's what you want. No stuttering, no jiggling, just stop, go. We're getting all kinds of stuff back here. Windy roads, narrow streets, stop signs, stop lights. Like pretty low visibility overall. And it's just cruising. Again, like it's not thinking about it. This is a real tight turn through here. It just does it. And I get, like, generically speaking, this is pretty easy stuff, but it's the smoothness that I think really stands out to me. Nice. Speed changes, I think, feel really nice. Like the acceleration, it doesn't kind of throw you back. It's got a real nice easing to it, which honestly feels like an improvement from 12.4.3. The easing is just really nice. Very subtle, but gets you up to speed. And I am looking forward to being able to actually make multiple videos on 12.5 because I think this, at least this configuration, 12.5 point something, will be out for a while since they're seemingly adding all of their improvements to 12.5. So we might have variations of 12.5, but overall, I think we'll have, you know, at least a couple videos we can make. Yeah, there's just a subtlety and a smoothness to everything that I really, really appreciate. Here's some kind of traffic-y stuff. So it put me, was kind of in the wrong lane there for a sec. Yeah, you can't turn here. There's nowhere to turn. It'll figure it out. I'm just letting it figure it out. They redid the traffic pattern here. So it had me like in the wrong lane for a sec, and then it just kind of glided right around the cones. That was kind of cool. I tried really hard to just let it do its thing and not touch it, and it paid off. Wonder what it's gonna do here. Probably just go up here and take this next right. Yep. Nice. Now it can get through here. There's like a little cross road through here. I wonder if it'll do that or if it's gonna continue to make me turn all the way around and go back the other way, because that's not gonna work either. The road is closed off. So let's see if it takes this turn or not. Don't think it's going. Maybe. Looks like it is. Yep. Okay, so that's a really good example of it not doing what the navigation says it's going to do. And you can tell it's not relying on the navigation. It's thinking for itself. And again, huge improvements over previous versions. Huge. That is awesome. Very, very well done. Again, totally reacting to its environment. Not going off of the navigation, not going off of street signs, fully reacting to the environment live. Yielding for pedestrians, but not stopping all the way, just easing and giving them time to go across and then going, which is awesome. Four-way here. Perfect. Just no thought, no stuttering, just gliding. Doing the exact right behavior. I'm loving it, guys. I really am. I could not be more impressed. It's going to put me in this parking lot here at Krispy Kreme. Yep, you're good. And there it is. Wonder if it'll park me in a spot. Come on. Do it. Do it. Is it doing it? I think it just like happenstance into a spot. I don't think we count that. I mean, we're in a spot, kind of. Well, now we're leaving it, so. That was hilarious. I thought it was going to do it. Okay, well, we'll get there. We'll get there. I mean, I'm blown away. That was incredible. What a drive. I kind of want to keep going. Let's just go one more place. All right, put in another destination and we are on the way. I mean, I love how just aggressively it whips you around to get you going. Just feels aggressive. It feels like that assertive label is finally accurate. Okay, this is interesting. So the road is closed right here. So what are we going to do? We are... Okay. Well, we'll call that a critical. What? What are you doing, Chief? He was going to thread the needle past that sign. Let's not do that. It was interesting that it didn't actually just take the easy right turn that was right there, because that's how we got in, was going that way. So interesting that it didn't kind of remember any of that, because I feel like sometimes it does. And I think Elon has even confirmed that there are like some memory features to FSD these days. But that was one where it just, you know, should have read the road signs very clearly, because normally you can go out that way, but since they're fixing or working on stuff, whatever they're doing, you can't. And it needed to just turn or turn around and go back out a different way and not try and weave between the detour sign there. I'm honestly just having a hard time figuring out things to say, because it's just doing everything perfectly, which has kind of been my experience lately with FSD. Like, it's not really, you know, outside of weird little niche scenarios like that little closed road, it just does stuff right. And there's just not a whole lot to say. It's just like, oh yeah, it made another turn. Oh, it did another, you know, unprotected left. Oh, it, you know, perfectly synced up with all the other drivers at that stop sign and waited its turn. I mean, it's just like, what do you say? Like, there's nothing to talk about. Really, the big changes are going to be when they start to add the new features in, you know, it going in reverse. That'll be crazy to see. Actually, Smart Summon, Banish, FSD on the Cybertruck, all those kind of big 12.5 features that are supposedly coming. That's when there'll be more to talk about. Right now, it just kind of does your drive, and it does it well. So it kind of gave that truck a chance to turn, which was interesting. Fine by me. It's polite. We had the right of way technically, but I guess since it's a stop sign, maybe they had the right of way. That's an interesting one. So they were turning left, we were turning right. You guys let me know down in the comments. Oh, there's a train. So it's going to launch off of this stoplight and then get over. That's fine too. That works. And then we're going to take this highway exit here. Got up to speed quick. That was nice. Again, I can't overstate it enough how I haven't touched the wheel since that one little disengagement we had when it tried to go around the sign. The entire rest of this almost 1 hour drive, just haven't even touched it. Not for speed, nothing. It's amazing. I'm gonna bump it up a couple miles an hour on the speed here. I'm looking forward to them merging the stacks together, because that auto max speed on the highway would be really nice to have. Again, I wish I had more to say. It just is driving me around. I'm not thinking about anything. I'm not scared. I'm not worried about it doing something stupid. You just can't help but smile. It's just, it's gotten so good. So this splits into 4 lanes here. Let's see if it is decisive. Perfect. Just right into a lane. Ah, love it. All right. Again, outside of that one little weird issue with the sign, basically perfect. Let's park real quick. Instantaneous into reverse. Love that. Instant back to drive. So smooth. Maybe one extra move than it needed to, but still super smooth. Easy as that. Beautiful. Well, thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this first drive on FSD at 12.5. Like I said, we're getting a lot more features sprinkled in. So I'm really excited to bring all you guys along when we get all those new features, especially FSD on the Cybertruck. So hit subscribe, you don't want to miss that. And let me know down in the comments, what's your experience been like on FSD 12.5? I'd love to hear about it and talk about it down in the comments.